It's Week 14 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys on Sunday Night Primetime.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a third-year pro and third overall pick from North Dakota State. He's battled injuries early in his career, trying to stay healthy now, and it's Trey Lance.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 19 carries, 65 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they've reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
On play action, Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Rodgers on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses who have been able to stop him or even slow him down.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On first down, Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Eagles.
They go play action with Hurts. Throw out wide is incomplete. These two teams in that earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Second down. Here's Hurts. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. And that's complete to Cooks. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd and 4. And Lance now to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball as a ball carrier thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Lance going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Lance to throw it. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
trying to run for it with Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. But it seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard
Here's Pollard again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Rush. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Rush. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw is Rush. A throw out wide going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Philadelphia.
Swift going to try up the middle. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. throwing here. Rush. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Rush working from the gun. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends. Some of the wide receivers being involved. Maybe a lead runner at times. Maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Rush with it on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
They go play action with Rush. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
22 yards.
1st down now for Rush. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd down, here's Rush.
At their 48-yard line.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw Rush. That's dumped off to Pollard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. And And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Boswell's kick is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Dak Prescott, another terrific performance as his guys up their record now to 11 up and 2 down. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Kirk Cousins strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs, a touchdown run in the victory. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He's up over 100 yards rushing for the game already, and he scored 3 times as well, as they went to him early and often, and with good reason.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Give him 30 yards there. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
They go play action with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Rush to throw on 1st down.
It's caught. Tolbert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Play fake. Here's Rush. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, Rush.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Rush. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Rush. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Pollard is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 3-yard line.
Here's Rush to throw. Touchdown! Michael Gallup from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st down, Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's Rush on second down. Left side to Lamb. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. To throw is Rush. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Rush here on 3rd down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Rush working from the gun. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run. Here's Pollard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's Rush. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Back to throw Rush. And will be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Rush with it on 1st down. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Throwing here, Rush. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert. 38 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, they're still very much in the driver's seat, but this second half, this offense has not looked as crisp as the first half, and now with a touchdown that just happened against them, I don't know, things are a little more interesting right now.
And so often in games, we talked about a defense picking up for their offense. I think in this case, this offense needs to pick up for their defense. Let them get some rest on the sidelines now, since they just gave up a score. And as you noted, they need to get that crispness back from the first half. They need a big drive here.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action with Hurts. They'll roll him out running. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 3rd down, Rush. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now left side on the swing pass. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Rush. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That is caught. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Rush to throw on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, I don't know about you, CD, but I did not see this coming. What a comeback to make this a game again.
I'm with you on that one because I didn't see it as well. You just think about the momentum swings we've seen so far. This game should have been over. Should have been done and dusted. But this is why you can never take anything for granted in this great game of football.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
First down, Eagles.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers. That's a backbreaker for the...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 46 yards. And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Here's Rush to throw. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Well, they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brings up second down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the option to give to Swift here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 2 now, second and goal. Swift. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cowboys 32.
On the return, this is Turpin. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Dallas offense set for this next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Rodgers to return it. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Eagles, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.